Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. There will today in Westminster be a vote, and it's expected to be, well, far closer, I think, than the government are prepared to admit. There is an SNP motion that is asking for the compensation for the WASPy women. Stephen Flynn, for once, I'm going to stand up for him. He was quite passionate on this, and he gave a good speech, and he showed complete support. And it's support that I agree with. So, to be fair on Flynn, yes, I agree with him on this particular principle. Now, the SNP are going to be voting for the compensation. Now, Anna Sarwar has been in deep discussion with, of course, Flynn. Anna Sarwar, leader of Scottish Labour. Flynn, obviously Scottish Labour, but he's the Westminster leader. But they both agree that they are going to support this. Now, technically, Sarwar has issued a three-line whip. Basically, he wants the vote to be whipped for the SNP. However, Flynn says you don't need to worry about that. All 9 of them, the grand number, are going to vote for it. Now, what is unusual, and this is where, how can we say, difficulties will arise, is that Anna Sarwar, for Scottish Labour, is being basically, I won't say forced, because he's the leader and he has the right to say no, but he's being strongly encouraged, shall we say, to push to whip the Scottish Labour MPs into voting for this at Westminster. Now, the official government line is that you vote against. But it'll be an interesting thing to see that if you have a Labour predominantly voting against, but Scottish Labour voting for, it will form a little chasm in Labour. Yet another front opening, yet another ripple in the sea, the Red Sea, as it were. The Tories are I think, probably going to go and vote for it, but only because it'll give the Labour Party a bit of a bloody nose. Reform are voting for it, and so forth. There's a lot of opposition to the government stance. Not least of which, though, and this is most important, normal Labour, not Scottish Labour, just the Labour Party at Westminster, they're expecting quite a few rebels. Now, I know the Labour whips have been going around doing their usual brutish stuff, but they're getting short shrift from a lot of them because they say for a lot of them it is a matter of principle and they are prepared. And this is the thing. There are several saying, off record, that they are prepared to take the loss of the whip on this issue. Now, that's brave. And if there's enough of them, really, Starmer can't take the whip off them all, or indeed any. If he starts doing that, he may end up with not enough to run a government. It might be a minority government. If he takes the whip and they all have to sit on the other seats, the Labour side is going to look remarkably empty, isn't it? So it's very contentious. Leishman, Brian Leishman, who is the Grangemouth MP, we talked to him the other day, talked about him, not to him, but he's saying that he is going to be pushing this. He says he's encouraging other Labour members to vote against the leadership. The vote is, expected to be closer than expected. To be fair, it's probably going to be a government win, but I don't think it'll be a government win by much. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, there will be enough rebels, or at the very least, even if the Labour Party win it, even if the government win, if the opposition is strong enough, it may sway opinion, and there may be a movement on it. It's one of those. But there we go. Keep an eye out for that, and it is, like I say, it's an SNP led. But it seems like the whole of Scotland's getting behind this. Labour, Scottish Labour as well as the SNP. Weird, isn't it? Very weird. Hey ho. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.